Have you ever felt exhausted from always being the one giving in a relationship? Does the man you're dating truly value you? Or is he just using you? Let's explore the signs that he might be taking advantage of you. If you like what we're sharing, please leave a number 1. 1. A clear sign that a younger man might be taking advantage of you is a genuine lack of interest in your feelings. If he only reaches out when he has a specific need or when he requires assistance, it suggests that your relationship might merely be part of his personal gain strategy. His conversations often revolve around what he can get from you, rather than showing concern for your life, emotions, or experiences. He may only text or call when he needs something, such as financial support, help with work, or simply to have someone to rely on during tough times. At other times, he might rarely initiate contact or show any real interest in you. This not only makes you feel neglected, but also raises questions about the true value of the relationship. A lack of genuine concern is also reflected in his failure to ask about your feelings or what you're going through in your life. Instead, conversations tend to focus on his personal needs and benefits. If you find that the relationship is mostly about what he gains from you rather than genuine care and sharing, it might be time to reassess the value and direction of this relationship. Share your story in the comments below. We're always here to listen. 2. Frequent demands. By this age, you likely have enough experience to see through the person you're with. However, not everyone remains clear-headed when in love. If he consistently tries to borrow money, asks you to pay bills, or cover his personal expenses, it may indicate that he is using you as a financial resource. He might come up with convincing reasons to justify his behavior, but continual demands and a lack of balance in giving and receiving are clear signs of inequality in the relationship. In a healthy relationship, both parties contribute and share. However, when one person always takes without giving, it signifies an imbalance. If you find yourself in this situation, have an honest conversation with him about your concerns. If the situation doesn't improve, you should reconsider the relationship. If you find this video boring, don't forget to leave a number 2. 3. Not investing in the relationship. Have you ever noticed this in the man you're with? When a younger man isn't investing in the relationship, it's evident in his lack of time and effort dedicated to building and maintaining it. He might be focused on benefiting from you without genuinely working to develop the relationship. If he frequently disappears or doesn't initiate contact when he doesn't need anything from you, it shows he doesn't value the relationship. Important dates and moments might be overlooked or postponed without a valid reason. Instead of creating memories and shared experiences with you, he might only show up when he has specific needs, such as asking for help or seeking convenience. This lack of investment not only diminishes the value of the relationship, but can also make you feel neglected and unappreciated. When the relationship revolves solely around what he can get from you without any reciprocal contribution, you might feel like you're just playing a supporting role to his needs and desires, rather than being truly loved and cared for. In such situations, it's important to reassess the relationship and evaluate its true worth. 4. Lack of respect. No matter who you are, you deserve respect. Don't let anyone diminish your value, even if it's the man you love the most. When a man disrespects you, he might frequently ignore or disregard your feelings. For instance, he might not listen when you share important things, or often overlook your emotions and needs. This lack of respect can manifest in him refusing to take responsibility for hurting you or easily avoiding you when you need him most. Furthermore, when he no longer needs you to meet his needs, he may easily withdraw or show a lack of interest. This indicates insincerity and contempt in the relationship. He may make you feel like you're just a means to his personal ends, rather than a partner who is genuinely respected and loved. If you notice these signs, it's time to reevaluate the relationship and decide if it's worth continuing. 5. Only interested in your appearance. This is a clear sign that he may not genuinely care about you, but rather wants to exploit what you offer. He might only show interest when you're dressed up or when you're involved in activities that he finds beneficial for himself. If he's only attracted to you when you look exceptional or when you can provide gifts, conveniences, or material benefits, it indicates that he doesn't value you for who you are. His interest might be solely focused on superficial aspects or what you can do for him, rather than a true emotional connection and mutual resonance. When a relationship is dependent on your appearance or what you can provide, you may feel like you're just a tool to fulfill his personal needs. This not only lacks sincerity, but can also be hurtful, making you feel unloved and unappreciated. If you notice that his interest only sparks when you can offer some benefit, it's a sign that you should reconsider the value of this relationship. 6. No long-term plan. I'm not suggesting that all the men around you are bad, but if he never mentions the future of your relationship or becomes vague when you bring up building a lasting commitment, this could be a sign that he's not serious. When a man avoids or shows reluctance to discuss long-term plans such as living together, marriage, or starting a family, it might indicate that he doesn't value your current relationship. He may be focused on enjoying the present benefits of the relationship without intending to invest in a shared future. Ambiguity or refusal to discuss long-term plans can make you feel unappreciated or undervalued within the relationship. This not only reflects a lack of commitment, but can also be a sign of exploitation, where he is interested in the immediate advantages of the relationship without planning for a solid future together. If you find that whenever you try to talk about the future, he responds vaguely or avoids the topic, it's time to reconsider the value and goals of this relationship. 7. Frequent disappearances. A clear sign that a man might be exploiting you is if he frequently disappears without providing a reasonable explanation. For instance, he might abruptly stop communicating for weeks without any notice about his absence. While you're waiting for a call or message from him, he suddenly reappears and asks for your help without explaining why he was missing. Another example is when he frequently promises to meet you or attend important events, but fails to show up without prior notice. Later, when he needs to borrow money or seeks help with work, he immediately contacts you without offering any apology for breaking his previous promises. Moreover, if he can disappear entirely for extended periods without a clear reason and only reappears when he has specific needs such as asking you to buy expensive items or provide financial support, this indicates that he doesn't intend to commit long-term. This disappearing act not only makes you feel abandoned, but also gives the impression that you're merely a means to fulfill his needs. Such actions not only reflect a lack of commitment, but also suggest that he may only show up when there's something to gain from you, without genuinely caring about maintaining the relationship or building a sincere connection. 8. Consistently postponing dates. If you often suggest meeting up, but he continuously comes up with excuses to decline, it might indicate that he's not seriously invested in the relationship. For instance, He might always be busy with work or other activities whenever you want to get together. Each time you propose a specific plan, he finds ways to delay, claiming he has an important meeting or an unavoidable event. When you suggest another time, he continues to offer new reasons for postponing, never confirming a definite date. In other situations, he might promise to meet you on a particular day, but then fails to show up or doesn't notify you about changes to the plan. When you try to understand the reason, his explanations are vague or unconvincing, lacking a genuine commitment to keeping his promises. This pattern not only devalues the relationship, but also can make you feel forgotten or unimportant. If he's unwilling to invest time and effort into meeting and building a real connection, it suggests he may be using the relationship without truly caring about long-term development or commitment. 9. A clear sign that a man might be using you is when he only shows up in your life when he needs help. This behavior indicates that he sees you merely as a tool for solving his problems, rather than valuing the relationship between you. Instead of being a supportive partner who shares both joys and sorrows, he acts as a consumer, constantly seeking to exploit the benefits you can provide. Typical examples include he only contacts you when he needs a ride to the airport during peak hours, when he needs help completing a task, or simply to borrow something. Once his needs are met, he quickly disappears, showing no concern for your feelings or needs. This creates a clear imbalance in the relationship where only one side is always giving while the other is continually taking. Why do some men behave this way? It could be due to a lack of confidence, fear of responsibility, or simply selfishness. They exploit others to satisfy their own needs without making any effort. This not only hurts the person being used, but can also erode trust in love and relationships. If you find yourself in this situation, it's crucial to protect yourself. Have an honest conversation with him about your feelings. Set clear boundaries and don't hesitate to refuse unreasonable requests. If the situation doesn't improve, it may be time to reevaluate the relationship. Remember, you deserve to be treated well and to be loved genuinely. 10. When a man is very secretive about his personal life, it indicates that he doesn't want you to enter his private world and has no intention of building a deeper relationship. For instance, when you ask about his family, he may give vague answers like "my family is in the countryside" and quickly change the subject. He might also frequently silence his phone when he's with you and avoid introducing you to his friends. Trust is the foundation of any relationship. When someone is unwilling to share personal details, it shows a lack of trust in you. This lack of transparency can make you feel anxious and insecure within the relationship. Additionally, not knowing much about your partner makes it difficult to build a future together. If you find yourself in this situation, be cautious and look for other signs. Don't hesitate to ask questions and seek clarity from him. If he continues to evade and refuses to share, it might be time to reconsider the relationship. Remember, you deserve to be treated with honesty and respect. 11. When a man displays emotions in a vague and inconsistent manner, it reveals a lack of genuine and deep affection. Instead of a sincere and stable connection, he might frequently shift his attitude suddenly, leaving you feeling uneasy and unsure about his behavior. For example, he might text you continuously one day, but completely ignore you the next. This inconsistency suggests that he is not truly invested in the relationship and sees you as a fallback option when no one else is available. A healthy relationship requires stability and trust. When your partner's emotions are unpredictable, it creates anxiety and insecurity. This instability can seriously impact your mental well-being and erode your faith in love. If you find yourself in this situation, seek support from friends, family, or a mental health professional. Trust yourself and don't hesitate to set boundaries within the relationship. You deserve to be treated well and loved sincerely.